G'day everyone, how you going? Well, 2 in 1 day, aren't you special? Well, the reason I'm making this video is I'm tired of seeing people commenting emojis and proclaiming that they're holier than everyone else in their world and their shit don't stink. Guess what? You're all wrong. You shouldn't be using them. Seriously, emojis are not what you think they are. So here's an introduction to emojis. In today's digital age, emojis have become an ubiquitous form of communication. The small symbols allow us to express emotion, ideas, the words that sometimes fail to convey. But have you ever wondered who controls emojis? And could there be a hidden agenda behind their proliferation in our digital conversations? The organization responsible for approving and releasing emojis into various platforms is called Unicode. Emojis have become an integral part of our digital conversations, allowing us to express emotions, ideas, and concepts in a visual way. As we increasingly rely on technology for communication, emojis have evolved as a universal language that transcends barriers of culture and language. But why do we use emojis, and what makes them so appealing? The use of emojis can be traced back to the desire for more nuanced communication in the digital realm. Words alone often fail to convey the subtleties of emotions, leading to misinterpretations and misunderstandings. Emojis bridge this gap by providing a visual representation of various emotions and concepts, following a clearer and more expressive communication. The popularity of emojis grew, so did the demand for new and diverse options. Out, Patch! No! This led to the establishment of the Unicode, a consortium of firms that control and approval the release of emojis. While the various companies are involved in Unicode, major players like Facebook, Google, and even the Sultanate of Oman's Religious Affairs divisions holds top ranks in controlling emoji content. But why would the Sultan of Oman, a religious entity, have keen interest in emojis? To understand this connection, we need to explore an ancient tale that involves King Solomon, the Queen of Sheba, and a riddling contest that hides deep secrets. Unicode serves as the governing body for emojis, ensuring the consistency and compatibility across all different platforms. This organization comprises various tiers of membership, major firms having significant say in emoji approval. However, the inclusion of the Sultan of Oman's Religious Affairs division raises intriguing questions. The religious connection of the Sultan of Oman to emojis might seem perplexing at first. To unravel the mystery, we need to examine the magnetic deal struck between King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, as described in the Bible. Unicode membership is divided into different tiers, with the highest rank reserved for major firms with a vested interest in controlling emoji content. These companies, such as Facebook, Google, play a pivotal role in influencing the direction of development emojis. So that's just Alphabet. It's the US government, basically. And all the internet is run on 7 supercomputers. Major firms control the emoji content. The influence of major firms like Facebook and Google extends beyond their membership in Unicode. These companies are actively participant in shaping emojis that we use, determining which symbols are released and how they are represented on various platforms. The Sultan of Oman's involvement. The inclusion in the Sultan of Oman's Religious Affairs division in the Unicode may come as a surprise. However, a deeper examination of the historical text reveals a potential connection between King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. The significance of emojis in the occult. According to a biblical account, the Queen of Sheba visited King Solomon to test his wisdom. She posed different questions to him, and King Solomon impressively answered them all. This riddling test sheds the light on hidden knowledge and exchanges the secrets between the Queen and the King. The Lesser Key of Solomon, a grimoire attributed to the biblical King Solomon, provides further insights into the occult world. It contains instructions for the summoning of the 72 demons, each associated with a specific seal and a name. Crafting these seals is considered a highly advanced form of magic. The Lesser Key of Solomon. The Lesser Key of Solomon is an ancient manuscript attributed to King Solomon himself. It detailed the methods summoning and controlling the 72 demons, also known as the Gotoic seals. These seals act as spiritual conduits, enabling the sorcerers to communicate and command the respective demons. The summoning process described in the Lesser Key of Solomon involves using specific seals and uttering the demon's name. By performing these rituals, the sorcerer can bring the demon into their presence and gain access to its power. Following the riddling contest, the Queen of Sheba paid a hefty sum of 666 talents of gold to King Solomon. The nature of this exchange and the significance in the number of 666 remains a mystery. No, it's man. However, it is speculated that King Solomon might have traded a set of original demonic seals to the Queen. The biblical account states that the King Solomon gave the Queen of Sheba everything she desired, in addition to his royal bounty. The specific details of this exchange are not recorded, leaving room for speculation about the nature of the value of the traded items. In the 20th century, an American archaeologist named Wendell Phillips embarked on an expedition to Yemen to unearth the holdings of the Queen of Sheba. His research took him to various archaeological sites, including those in Oman. These expeditions proved to be a turning point in Philip's life and shed light on the possible connection between the Queen's holdings, the occult, the Sultan of Oman. Philip faced numerous challenges during his expedition, including hostility from local tribesmen who believed superstitions surrounding the Queen's artifacts. However, something happened during his journey that caused the tribesmen to change their stance. Ultimately, Philip not only unearthed the Queen's holdings, but also became a tribal shape, attaining a level of influence and authority. Following the unearthing of the Queen of Sheba's palace, Wendell Phillips made significant confessions to the Omani government. These confessions granted him extensive rights to oil reserves, making him the largest individual holder of oil concessions worldwide at the time. The motives behind this compensation remain unclear, hinting at a power dynamic related to the occult. An intriguing connection emerged when we consider the timeline in events in the year Unicode 8 was released, in which introduced significant emoji additions. The Sultan of Oman joined the Unicode consortium, and this version of Unicode, referred to as the Occult Edition, incorporated zodiac signs and showcased 72 face core emojis aligning with the number of demonic powers in the hour's Gosha. This inclusion of the Sultanate of the Oman in Unicode suggests a potential collaboration between their religious affairs divisions. Wendell Phillips' discoveries and the development of emojis, the questions arise: how did the Omani government influence the correspondence between the Gosha seals and the 72 emojis? To understand the cult of communication encoded within the Unicode 8, we need to examine the significance of the 72 emojis. While the official versions of emojis appear to as cartoonized illustrations on devices, the original black and white sigillistic versions bear a closer resemblance to the Gotek seals. But by comparing the Gotek seals obtained from Philip's discoveries to the emojis developed under the influence of the Omani government, we can uncover the correspondence between the two. This reveals a hidden layer of meaning and the intention of the emoji communication we engage in daily. Unicode's 8 occult communication is characterized by a sequence of 72 emojis, followed by the coda that signifies the end of magical sequence. This sequence consists of 3 symbols of death, 2 symbols of alienation, and 1 symbol of soulless automation. The symbolism behind this sequence implies a spiritual departure and the termination of the occult communication. The countdown from 3 to 1 symbolizes completion and the winding down. This sequence indicates the closure of an occult communication, representing the end of a specific progress of intention. The presence of death symbols symbolizing the departure of the spirit of the body, coupled with symbols of alienation and automation, portrays the spiritual content leaving the corpus of the text. This sequence emphasizes the conclusion of the occult communication embedded within the Unicode 8. The revelation of the involvement in the Sultanate of Oman and the occult connections within the Unicode raises questions about the power and the impact emojis on our everyday lives. The fact that this manipulation occurred in plain sight is both perplexing and disturbing. It prompts us to explore the true intentions behind such endeavors and how they affected us as users of the emojis. Understanding the major processes of this conspiracy is just the beginning. The power wielded by these controlling emoji content, coupled with their hidden agenda, necessities are deeper investigations into the effects and consequences of this manipulation. In conclusion, emojis have been a vital part of our digital communication, enabling us to convey emotions and ideas, visuals, in a universal manner. However, the true nature of the perfivalation, I can't say that word, sorry, manipulation raises intriguing questions. The connection between Unicode and the Sultanate of Oman and occult symbolism with emojis indicates a hidden agenda at play. As we dive in deeper into this mysterious world, it becomes clear that emojis hold more significance than we initially believed. Understanding the occult context within the Unicodes reveals a complex web of influence and intention that impacts our daily lives. It is essential to remain vigilant and discern the hidden forces behind the symbols we use to communicate in the digital age. It goes on with a little note at the end saying, it doesn't have, such proofs, but this is the Lesser Key of Solomon book written by Alistair Crowley. I will leave links in the description so you can have a look. These are the sigils. It's like a telephone number. Every time you use it, you are calling in, summoning in demons. Go for it. Do what you want, but don't come to my page and place it on my page, please. I made a video years and years and years ago about it. It's here on my channel. Go to videos, hit popular, and look, emojis are not what you think they are.
To help
Please
you.
see.
So you can clearly see here where this one breaks down. This is what the true meaning of it is. So here we are, the one that's shows disgust. Here's the original one, and what was one that I knew when I was growing up. But this is what it actually means. This is him. Here's the nerd one, and I'll show you in a minute who they really are. Okay, so back then it was all pictures and symbols, and basically it's an interdimensional telephone number, if you want to put it the easy way. So these are released each year on certain satanic holidays through Unicode, and I'll link the website for it. So, 576. Some more. So they are plain outright evil. This is some of them. You might want to take a screenshot. I can't work out how to zoom them in. It's pretty hard to see. You might be able to see it on a mobile device a bit easier. Okay, so yeah, it goes into the Unicode 4.6. They release certain ones on different Unicodes. But yeah, this is most of the symbols. This is in the Book of Cleo. She got these corresponding with the demon names. I'll show you that in a second. So these are the ones you think, you're blowing kisses and you're happy, or you're crying, or you've got a mouth shut, or you feel sick, or you're heavenly, or you feel this or that, money, or you're laughing face. But in actual fact, this is what they are. I managed to find a better place. So this is what they are in actual fact. So this is corresponding to what they are. Okay. So that one there, you can see the face there. So let's go back and see what that one is. There, the smiley face. Okay, so that's that guy. And it all goes to the pentagram through the symbols. So clearly.
So if you want to use them, by all means, but do not use them on my channel. You keep using that shit, you're going to curse your life. Wherever you are in the world. Thanks for watching. Much love. Bye now.